Hi, this is Namnaidu. Today we'll see delete functionality for account object. I have already created an Apex class. I'll include the logic in this Apex class. Okay, so we'll try to delete the records with the help of radio button. Okay, so let me write the logic in the Apex class. Okay, I'm writing an annotation or a enable catchable equal to true. Okay, so next would be the method name. So we're going to display multiple records. So the data type should be list of account. It's not one record, it's a multiple records. So list of account, display accounts. Okay. So I'm creating a list of account. Is this a list? I'm querying ID comma name from account object. Okay, here there is no limit. Okay, so this is not a void method, so we should write return statement. A return, this is a list. Okay, we have done with the Apex part. So we'll try to, there will be some standard delete functionality in Lightning Web Component. So we don't have to write, one more method. I mean, we don't have to write, delete statement in the Apex class. We'll try to delete the record from the JavaScript. I'm pushing the code to the source out. Let me deploy this code to the source out. Okay, so we are successfully able to deploy the code to the source R. Now I'll write the logic in the Apex in the JavaScript. So if we want to display the data from Apex class, then we need to import the method. So what is the name of the method? Display accounts is the name of the method in the Apex class. Now what I'll do is I'll try to import that method in the JavaScript. Import. So what is the name of the method? Display accounts from Salesforce Apex and name of the class Apex controller dot method name. So what is the method name? Display accounts is a method name, right? So if we want to display the data from the S object from the backend, then we need to import one more property, right? So the property name is white. If you don't import this property, then we are not able to display the data in the component, right? So I'm importing white property. Okay. So here what I'll do is at the rate wire, so followed by method name and the reference variable. If you want to access the data, then we have to access it with this reference variable. It will have two properties. I mean, if you want to access the data from this reference variable name, you need to access with accounts.data. Let's say while processing the data, sometimes we'll get an error. So if you want to access the error, then we have to, access with the help of accounts.error. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll try to design the HTML file. Okay, so table tier. Okay, so here I'll be creating three TDs. One is for radio button and the other one is for ID and the last one is for name, right? So TD bold select. The setting is basically for the radio button. Okay, so TD B and we're going to display ID, right? So TD name. Okay, so select is basically for radio button. Now what I'll do is I'll iterate the records template for each. Okay, the data will be present in accounts reference variable. If you want to access the data, then we have to put accounts dot data, right? For item. So if you want to access the data from this, then we have to make sure then we have to access with ACC, right? So this is just like a reference variable name. Okay, so tr. Okay, so here we need to pass the ID. If you don't pass the ID here, then we'll get an error from Salesforce. Okay, see the error here. So missing key for an element. So here I'm passing the key to the tier key equal to acc dot id, right? So next td. Okay, on the basically in the scenario, we'll try to get the record ID whenever user is keeps on changing the, keeps on selecting the record, and user will be clicking on delete button, then we are going to delete the record from the backend. So lightning input, here I'll be creating a radio button, type equal to radio. Okay, so name equal to radio button. Okay, uh, I'm passing the ID to the radio button, value equal to acc dot. On changing of this, I'm going to execute handle change method, handle change. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, so the next one, td will be displaying the ID. Okay, so td is it dot name. Okay, on top of the table, I'm going to create the button. So this button is basically for deleting the selected record. Initially, user will select the radio button, and after that, he will be clicking on delete button. Then we are going to delete the record from the backend, right? So lightning, I'm creating a button here, lightning button label equal to delete variant equal to brand. Okay, so on clicking of this, I'm going to delete the record from the backend, handle delete. Okay, so yeah, so whenever user is keeps on changing the radio button, then I have to get the record ID. So based on that record ID, that value will be passing it to the button, then we'll be deleting the record, right? So here I'll be importing one more property. I'm just importing API property. Okay, so here I'll be declaring one variable API current record ID, right? So handle change. On changing of the radio button, basically what we'll be doing is we'll be just getting the current record ID, right? If we want to get the current record ID, then we have to make sure that we have to use event. Okay, without event, we'll not able to get the current record ID, right? So whatever the value I'm getting in this method, I'm just putting it to current record ID. If we want to use this reference variable name, then we have to use this. Otherwise, we're not able to put the value to the record ID, right? If you want to get the value, event dot target dot value, right? So I'm putting console dot log message. I'll put some printf message here. Okay. So current record ID. Okay. So this dot current record ID. Okay. Now what I'll do is we are getting the record ID. Now what I'll do is I'll just try to pass this ID to the button. Okay, a value equal to, we'll be deleting this record, right? So current record ID, right? So next we'll be on clicking of the button, we'll be deleting the record from the backend, right? So we'll have some standard method here. Right. So basically we have to import, uh, two methods. One is for delete record, and other one is whenever we delete a record, then we have to, refresh the data. Further, we'll be importing refresh apex. Okay. So I'm importing import delete record. Okay. So import delete record from lightning. Okay. From lightning UI record API. Okay, so I'm importing one more method, one more method. This is basically for, whenever we delete a record, then we are going to refresh the data, right? So refresh Apex, okay, refresh Apex from Salesforce Apex, okay. So handle delete, okay. So we imported delete record method. Okay, just I'm passing the ID to this method, right? So we have the current ID, we have the current record ID present in this variable, right? So I'm just passing the ID to delete record method, okay? So after this, okay, if we are successfully able to delete the record, then what I'll be doing is I'll be just refreshing the Apex, okay? Okay, I'll be refreshing the Apex, okay? Let's say while deleting the record, we may get error sometimes, right? So that error, I'll be handling it in the catch block, right? Catch error, okay? Catch error, okay? So then if I'm able to delete the record successfully, then what I'll be returning is, I'll be returning a refresh MX this dot accounts. Basically, whenever user is deleting a record from the backend, then I'm going to refresh this whole data will be present in account, right? So I'll be just refreshing it, right? So I'm I'm creating one more variable. This is basically for error at the rate API error. Okay. So in the catch block, the error will come, right? So now whatever the error I'm getting, I'm just putting it to this variable, right? I'll be putting console.log. Okay. Let me put some message here. Unable to delete the record due to just a minute. Okay. So if you're not able to delete the record successfully, then it will enter into the catch block. Here I'll just display that message in the console.log. Okay, let me put some simple message. Unable to delete the record due to. So the error will be present in this dot error, right? Okay, let me push this code to the source R. It's loading. Yeah, we are successfully able to deploy the code to the source R. Anyway, let me refresh it. Okay, so let me inspect it whether I'm getting the record ID or not. I'll choose Jenny point, right? So we're getting the current record ID, right? So I'm clicking on delete. So this is a standard record. We might not able to delete this record because it might be associated with different cases, I guess. Okay, let me click on delete. We'll get an error message from the Salesforce. See the error message attempt to could not be deleted because it is associated with some records. Okay, so we are getting an even it is entering into the catch block. We are able to see the error message, right? So now what I'll do is I'll try to choose some different record. Let me choose test2. Okay, we are getting the ID. Okay, let me click on delete. Right, so it got deleted, right? Even the data is getting refreshed. because of refresh apex property. Okay, anyway, let me try to delete one more record. So let me choose test 5. Okay, so let me click on delete, right? So there is no test 5 record here, right? That's it. Okay, so let me go back to the recycle bin. Let me check whether these are actually deleted from the backend or not. Right, test 5 and test, right? That's it. Thank you.